Hi guys, it's Ian Coleman. It is the 12th of May 2021, just gone 10 o'clock in the morning in the UK. In this video, I want to talk about cryptos. Particular focus is going to be on Bitcoin. I think there's some warning signs. If I was a retail trader now just entering the market, you've probably heard stories of people making huge sums of money from these incredible gains that we've seen in some of the minor cryptocurrencies. There are warning signs now from a technical perspective that we could see a sustained correction to the downside. I'm going to start off with Bitcoin against the US dollar, and then we'll break it down into other products and look at different technical aspects that I believe highlight or warn that we could be in for a move lower. Let's go to the first chart. This is Bitcoin. This is a weekly chart. So BTCUSD against the dollar. Now, these little numbers on here, I won't go into in too much detail, but they're DMARC indicators. They're used by institutional traders. Here we've got a 13 count. That often indicates the end of a trend and the start of a new downward bias. More importantly, from a basic technical analysis formation, is this candle here that's got this little one on top. Now, that candle started off here at the open, it rallied up, and then it went all the way down here and it closed there. So it closed lower than it opened, hence it being black and the blue ones being positive. This candle is known as a bearish outside candle. So you can see here the range of that candle has completely engulfed the previous 2 weeks. And if we didn't have that spike down, it would have actually engulfed the previous 4 weeks. So you can see the volatility in that weekly candle. The most important factor is that it's engulfed the previous candle, and the second most important factor is that it's negative. So that candle there is known as a negative engulfing candle. It is often seen at the top of a trend and the start of a new downward bias. Now, the fact that we've got this little one on the top there, that's known as a DMARC flip. That again often indicates the end of a trend and the start of a new downward bias. If you wanted to know more about DMARC, there's plenty of books out there where you could read up on trading DMARC indicators. But basically, the 13, the outside bar, and the 1 potentially signals the top. Now, we've got this dotted line here. It's at 56271. We need to get a weekly close below that level, excuse me, to continue a negative bias for Bitcoin. Let's go to another time frame, and this is the 8-hour chart. This pattern here, this green line and this green line here, this is known as a wedge pattern. Okay, so what normally happens is we get an aggressive move to the downside. We then get this choppy correction higher. Buyers are coming in buying dips, but it's losing momentum, and that causes this wedge formation. On a break of the base of the wedge formation, which is around about 547.15 at the moment, the measured move target or the technical target is the start of the wedge, which is back down towards 471.27. However, I've just put this on here, these arrows. This is known as an AB equals CD corrective pattern. So this being AB and this being CD, and then measured. Okay, so that is the same length as that there. Now note the level 41613. If we go back to this weekly chart, 41613 is just below this level here. So the reason I've highlighted that is AB equals CD down to that level. What was resistance now becomes support. So it's looking prime for a corrective move down to here before we bounce higher again. So the immediate bias with these outside bars, with the wedge formation, etc., is to the downside. It does have a small caveat. If you are going to play the wedge pattern, then you should really look for a breakout of the wedge. And what often happens is we get a breakout of the wedge formation, we come and retest it just to make sure that it holds, and then we get the aggressive move to the downside. I want to look at theta against the US dollar because this is actually one of the products that I have traded lately. Here we've got the same scenario, so a wedge formation, aggressive move to the downside, choppy move higher, outside bars here we can see on this 8-hour chart indicated the top. Then we've come out, we've got a potential retest around about 11.6, but then if we push lower and we make again an AB equals CD pattern, we can put those on there if we wish, only if I move myself out of the way. So it looks like this. Okay, to the downside. Note this level 4.7. Now that's a big shift in sentiment from where we are at the moment, over 50% decline, but 4.7 being the projected target. If we go to this level here, these are my bespoke indicators, and I've got a monthly indicator coming in at 4.5, so very close to that AB equals CD formation target. Let's have a look at Litecoin. And again, this product has not over rallied. It's excelled itself basically with its continued move to the upside, but this is a cypher pattern. Okay, 161.8% of this leg, 361.8% of this leg, and we've got very close, so we could maybe just spike a little bit higher, but that is a topping formation for Litecoin. So again, it's offering a negative bias. Let's have a look at Kraken, and here I'm just going to go to this chart. This is a little bit messy, so I'm going to open it up a bit. Okay, this again is a bearish formation, 88.6%, 161.8% makes a bat formation, and we're starting to move to the downside. So all of these cryptocurrencies on my watch list, Bitcoin, Theta, Kraken, etc., are showing potential topping patterns. There's one this is the one that I actually think looks quite, or has potential to move to the upside. It's Engulfing, but again, I think it's going to be limited. This is a daily chart. We've got a swing high here, okay, at 3.08. And we've got a confluence area just here at 3.17. So although the bias is looking mildly bullish, I think it's going to be limited. And then I think when we get up to this level, we're going to form a bearish head and shoulders pattern. So that would be a left shoulder. This would be a head. This move higher would form the right shoulder and could potentially highlight a topping pattern. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Good luck with your trading, and I'll be back again soon with some more insights. Many thanks.